Hey guys, welcome to the show. We have an amazing episode in store for you, starting with one of the great rock superstars of all time, and then one of the hottest indie bands that we've come across in a long time, together on the same episode. So without further ado, let's kick it off. We went backstage with the one and only Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. Now, we caught up with Steven at the launch party for his new rock and roll fashion line, Andrew Charles, right here in New York City. Let's check it out. The line is just so exciting, especially the rock scarves. How did that all come about?
From my mic stand.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know. So I said, what do you think about selling scarves? Since that's my trademark. And, you know, they're so beautiful, both of them, you know. Andrew and, you know, Tommy, they said, of course. So the scarves, to the clothes, to the pants, I mean, these...
Look at those. Those are incredible.
That's going to be staged. So, I mean...
It's kind of that 70s, you know...
it does.
You know,
it does.
Very cool.
So we'll see what happens.
But, you know, it's appealing to a whole range of ages.
Right.
You know, from, like, teenagers up to guys our age.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope people wear it well.
Well, you know, all the best of luck.
Thank you.
Just one word. Tell us about the new single.
I feel so good loving you. It's just something I did on my own while the band took a break.
Wow.
I was sitting around, I thought, why not?
And what inspired it?
A song, Marty Fredrickson, we just sat down and played guitar, and 2 days later I went to the Sunset Marquee, I sat down by the pool, and the lyrics were done in 2 hours. Sometimes it's that easy.
Honestly, I've been following your
It's a good song, man.
It's one of your best.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, fantastic.
That's what's
Steven,
important.
all the best.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Wow, that was amazing. Now, it's a special bonus. We caught up with Steven. He sat in at a live jam in the basement of CBGB's, which is now the Andrew Charles store called Riff in Manhattan. Check this out. It is red hot.
Even tell my mama kid, tell her where you gonna be. Live on that your fantasy. See when it's sunny wind. Even tell my mama kid. Now tell her where you gonna be. Live on out your fantasy. See me later, son of a. Leave me tell my mama kid. Tell her where you gonna be. Live on out your fantasy. See me later, son of a.
Thanks, man. Very, very cool. Okay, now we'd like to introduce you to one of the hottest bands that we've come across in a long time. They're the September winners of Guitar Shop TV's Artist Showcase competition. They're from Nashville, Tennessee, and they rock. Check out the Worsties. The Worsties are a high-energy, female-fronted band from Nashville that mix 70s punk influences with modern-day pop rock. The band has generated quite a stir in the regional touring circuit, sharing the stage with acts such as Bon Jovi, Kid Rock, Theory of a Dead Man, and a slew of others. The Worsties are one of the top 10 most requested bands on local rock radio and recently won the Nashville Independent Music Award for Best Pop Indie Band.
Let's go, L-E-G-S-G-O, big G, little O, go and go and
Sure.
go.
I'm Jesse, I play guitar.
I'm Anna, I'm a singer.
And I'm Jairo, I play bass guitar. Anna and I met in, 2003 or so, and then we were both in different bands, and then we started writing songs together, and in the meantime, the band's kind of fizzled out, and then we decided, well, we've got something good going on, so we need to do something with it. So we moved to Nashville, and then we met Hyro, and he started playing bass for us. And then it took us a while to find a permanent drummer, and that's when we found Nathan in about 2008, and then it's been like that ever since.
It's made us stronger, I think. You know, Nashville's rock scene is underrated, I think. I mean, got a lot of great talent here, and so, I mean, you really have to step it up, and, you know, you don't really have a crowd that is gonna just be in your face like you other states. So you kind of have to just, like, I don't know, people judge you more, and I don't know, it makes us a stronger band.
Well, because
try harder.
Yeah, the musicianship is really high, so it keeps you on your toes. There are a lot of good bands, rock, like, you know, Americana, all that kind of stuff. But it makes you better because you have to compete with a lot of other great musicians as well. It's called Let's Go, and we have there's a single called Let's Go as well, and it was released in February of this year, and we've been just on the road supporting that. It's a 3-song, quick and dirty rock and roll EP, so we're pretty happy about it. Some songs that we've been working on for a while, and we're finally able to share them with everybody. And it's been selling pretty well. We're pretty excited about it. We've had to get a couple batches made from disc makers already, so that's a good sign. My main guitar is it's a Gibson SG. I think it's about a 2002, and that's kind of my go-to right now. I have a 2000 Fender Telecaster that I use as a backup, which is completely different, but it works. I use that more in the studio just to kind of get some texture on the tracks. But my rig, my main thing that I'm really proud of is the Proco Rat pedal. It's a 1985 pedal. It's not the first issue, but it's pretty close. And I run a Digitech whammy, a Boss delay, a Boss like it's a flanger, but I make it sound like a tremolo, and then a Big Muff. And I run that through a Hot Rod DeVille 410. It's a good mix of all the pieces that I like, and I'm a tone freak, so it took me a while to really dial in the tone, and I get a lot of compliments on it, so I guess I've accomplished my goal. Yeah, and then Hyro, what you got going?
For my main bass, it's actually a custom-made bass. It's not any particular name brand that's familiar. It's a brand called Signature. Apparently it used to exist a few years back, but they were sued out of business. It looks a lot like a Fender jazz bass. So it's not a mainline, but I do have another bass which is a Fender jazz bass. It's a 75 reissue with Sunburst. And I used to use that with the band, but now this new bass line is my main act pretty much. So and it's pretty much all I use exclusively, and I don't have any pedals per se, just a tuner. So I'm pretty low key as far as it goes to sound. So.
Take your time now, honey. It doesn't matter what they say about you anyway. Overwhelmed, I can tell what you're thinking. It's out of the bag, but the cat will bite you anyway. Slow down, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. It's out of the bag. It's out of the bag. It's out of the bag, but the cat will bite you anyway. Don't be sad now, honey. It doesn't matter what they say about you.
That was awesome, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be catching up with you on the road later this year. Now, we discovered the Worsties through our partnership with Reverb Nation. If you're a band or a solo artist and you want to be considered to come on the show, check us out through Reverb Nation or our website, guitarshoptv.com. You got the chops. We want to see what you got.